Wait, don't rush to go. I know you're tired because everyone is excited but you're nowhere to be found. They say follow your dream, do what you love and be happy. But how would you do that if every day you wake up to this bitter, hurtful, depressing feeling? Everyone is moving but you're constantly at that same spot, repeating the same circle that you do not know how you got in but has somehow become your lifestyle and reality. A circle of confusion, frustration and depression. You're in a position where you've denied yourself all form of happiness. You think being lonely is what you rightly deserve. Oops. You just found a way to get through all these feelings. Not knowing that will just lead you to addictions upon addictions, making your life more miserable than you can imagine. I know I probably cannot explain the hurt, the guilt, the pain burning in your heart. But listen to me. So the first thing, there's something that I want you to note, okay? And the first thing is that feeling of empty, that feeling of feeling frustrated, depressed or confused is a normal feeling. Like most people that you look up to, they've actually been through that process. But the difference between you and them is that they are out of that process. They see it as one of those life processes they have to go in and come out. So do not remain there. If you feel confused, see it as a normal process of life that you're going to come out from. Okay, leading me to my second point, which is people are waiting for you to give up actually. So you're in that feeling of frustration, you're feeling depressed or whatever. People are gossiping about you, even if you do not hear about it. So they're like, this girl will never amount to something, this guy is not going to amount to something. So you just being there, just confirming what they've said about you. I'm not saying live your life to prove people right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, there's something my pastor said. He says we, like human beings, like anything created by God, has an eternal value. So you're not created just for yourself. There are thousands of people connected to your destiny. So the more you stay there feeling empty, frustrated, the more you stay there, the more those thousands of people, you're delaying the manifestation of their gifts, you're delaying everything they have. Just for example, just think of someone you look up to. Let me use my pastor for example. He has changed a lot of lives. So imagine he did not take God's calling so serious. Most of us that met him, that experienced change, we will probably be lost by now. Imagine thousands of us being lost, and people that now are connected to me, that their lives are changing. Those ones' life will not change because my life is not changed at all. So somehow anything God creates is not just for one thing. He has an eternal value. We are meant to impact generations upon generations. So you sitting down there feeling confused and whatever, you're delaying generations, you're delaying thousands of people out there. So when you are sitting down, when you're wasting time, always have that at the back of your mind. So another thing is, stop lying to yourself, okay? Sometimes we know what is making us confused, we know what is making us depressed or frustrated, but we do not want to come in terms of it because we're not ready, we're lazy, we're not ready to make a change. So you probably know because you're in that relationship, or because you compare yourself too much, or because you talk about yourself too much. That's why we have people that said that, okay, when they are 20, they should be married. When they are 25, they've told everybody. Now they're feeling so frustrated because they can't live up to that. But imagine I told myself, okay, before 25, I want to be married. It's just myself. So if I get to 25 and I'm not married, okay, let's say about 30 now, Abby. But you that you have told everybody, ABC, you have told everybody. So now 25 is approaching, they're looking at you. Obviously, you start feeling depressed, frustrated, and so on. So confirm what is making you feel depressed, what is making you feel frustrated. It's not like when you find out, the feeling will just disappear, but at least it's a stepping stone towards getting out of that. Now, moving on, the next one is speaking to someone. Now, this is something I used to have a problem with because I just feel I can somehow fix my problems myself. Do you know how speaking to someone helps? So there are people that have gone through what you went through and they can give you like ABC step for you to go out of it. But if you decide you want to stay and fix it by yourself, it probably take you 2 to 3 months or a month. But they've gone through this thing, they know the process, they can tell you step by step to get through this thing. So they'll just save you 3 months of pain, 2 months of pain, tell you do this thing, do that thing, and like you're done. So that's what speaking to someone helps you to do. It saves you time, it saves you pain. Instead of crying, they'll just advise you and girl, you're out. So speak to someone, and speaking to people obviously lifts that body weight, helps you feel you're not in this thing alone. Okay. So moving to the next, music is very comforting. Adding this point here is like music. Yeah, music is very comforting. If you're in a heartbroken situation, it's not nice to see listen to heartbroken song because you're just making yourself understand where you are. But listen to songs that lighten your spirit, make you dance, make you smile, actually helps a lot. It's not like 100% solution to feeling frustrated, but it just helps you to know that to have hope, to see how faith that anything you want is actually possible. So yeah, music will be very comforting, but music sends a message, so you have to be aware of the type of music you're listening to as well. So what better advice or what better thing can I ever tell you without adding God to it? Now, I'm not adding God to just complete my opinion or adding God as bad. Let me just be there, adding God. It's based on personal experience. Even before I started taking God really serious, I just used to tell Him everything, and I just used to feel this peace and this like someone is on my matter that I should not stress myself. So yeah, so you don't have to be a believer, you don't have to be, even if you're a believer, just call on the name of the Lord and He will respond. Like, call on His name and God will answer. Just tell Him. You don't have to have the best English, you don't have to do it like the way your friend does it. You just talk to Him anyhow you talk to Him, just tell Him He understands your Father. If I can understand you, daughters of God, that is your Father, imagine. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you. So guy, girl, there's no reason to be depressed, but in case you find any reason to, just know that it's a process. We don't have to start doing things that are uncalled for, doing things that you never do, doing things that you will regret later. Okay, so just stay calm, be in the process, and know that you'll come out of it. Nothing lasts forever. That type of pain, that situation will not last forever. So I just wanted to encourage somebody, someone that feel frustrated or feel like life is it's only you that life seems to be bringing problems to. Okay, it's just I've been there, I've been frustrated. Maybe not like the way you have been though, but they say new levels, new devils. So as we want to keep getting higher, more problems will come. So we just have to get that strength from God to keep overcoming, so we can access our next level. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Do all those wonderful things. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Do everything you can do. I love you guys. Until the next video.